Can we pretend like airplanes and the night skies are shooting cams? Because I could really use a wish right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm sorry I didn't get this video out last night. It's just when the fourth quarter came around, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, this isn't canon. I don't know who these people are. And I went to sleep and I woke up on my couch at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's just, this is the issue with preseason. Like until it gets to like those last couple games, none of this is canon. And like after the like halfway through the third quarter, it's filler. You know what I mean? It's like watching Naruto, man. Like it's like after Sasuke leaves the village in part 1, it is 100 episodes of filler. You might as well just skip it. So you'll have to forgive me. I don't particularly care about these individuals who are not even gonna be on the team. Y'all know how Sever the Bond works, that's how it goes. But obviously, Cam Thomas is the main story. Cam Thompson is the main story here. Thomas, this is how tired I am, I'm sorry. Cam Thomas is the main story here. And it's a situation of a lot of people are going to push towards the Ben Simmons agenda, which is fine, get it off, but we're talking about Cam Thomas over here. Now, there's a lot of things we got to get to. I'm going to try to make this video as brief as possible because we've got a couple other games, and I don't want to rehash the same general points. I'm also paranoid and trying to figure out how are we going to title our next video because I don't want to put Israel in the title of the video right now. You'll have to forgive me. I don't want that type of attention on Nets Republic. I attract enough shenanigans alone by putting Sever the Bond in the description. We don't need any more of that, but that's not needed there. I just want to just really quick. Let's just start here, right? Let's just start here, and then we can begin the video. We can begin the tirades. We can begin all the shenanigans. Let's start with the starting lineup. I'm gonna show you this picture I took, and I want you to just tell me if there's anything that jumps out to y'all as a little out of the ordinary from Mr. Jacques Vaughn. Now, see, I tweeted this, and some of y'all came at me and said, well, Sever, what's wrong with that? You're finally getting the Cam Thomas minutes you wanted. This is what you want. This is what you want. Let me just read you the starting lineup, just in case maybe I had the phone in the wrong angle. You were just looking at my wrist. Who knows? You know what I mean? And we're not looking at the Lakers side. We're looking at our side, okay? This is Ben Simmons at point guard. We expected that. Spencer Dinwiddie at shooting guard. Now again, Spencer Dinwiddie at shooting guard. You got all that talent that we just signed. You got all that talent we just drafted. I'm aware that Cam Johnson is hurt. But Spencer Dinwiddie at shooting guard, guarding Austin Reeves of all people, is sending me. But okay. Okay, again, someone who plays zero defense whatsoever, someone who just hoists from half court at will. He's the shooting guard. Sure. Cam Thomas at the 3. Matched up with Taurean Prince. I get happy to see him. Not sure why he's at the small forward position when he's literally 6'3". And again, y'all can sit there and say, oh, but it's not like 2K where everyone is like locked into guarding specific people. You can switch and all that stuff. It's the principle. And even if you have that mentality, that means Spencer Dinwiddie switches to 3 because listen to the rest of this lineup. You got Mikal Bridges at 4. Dog, what? He's supposed to check LeBron? Mikal at 4? What happened to Royce O'Neal? What happened to Finney Smith? Is Lonnie Walker on a sabbatical or something like that? What are we doing? All these forwards we done got from these multiple lands of misfit toys. Mikal at 4. What is Jacques Vaughn doing? Even Steve Nash at his nashiest was not doing science experiments like this with the beaker tubes. Even Jeff Hornacek out there starting Derrick Rose and Ron Baker, shot maker. Ain't never did nothing like this before with Claxton at 5. It's like you look at the two polar opposites of the starting lineup, Ben Simmons and Claxton. You got that right. Cam Thomas being in there somewhere, I'm loving it. Like a McDonald's commercial from like do they still do I'm loving it? I'm not quite sure, but that's not, that. Like a McDonald's commercial, blah, 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 I'm loving it. But it's the positioning and not being able to let Spencer Dinwiddie go. Why can't you quit him? Let him go. There's not even hardcore Nets fans that are hanging on to Spencer's ankles like that. Jacques, let him go. It's okay. I don't care how many last-minute three-pointers he hits, little cutesy buzzer beaters because we don't have a game plan. I don't care. There is no place for, I'll be honest, there's no place for him on the team, much less in the starting lineup. Let him go. You've got so much talent for each specific position. Spencer Dinwiddie should be buried on the bench. Let him go. If you're worried about a situation of scoring or something like that, you want to surround Ben Simmons with as much scoring as possible, Mikal is right there. Put Cam Thomas at basically this is the lineup. This is the lineup it should have been. Okay, this is the lineup it should have been. And we saw throughout the night that this is what should have happened. Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, Royce O'Neal, Claxton. Like, and it's not even that hard of a concept. Like, we knew that's what this should have been, especially when Cam Johnson goes down. Just replace him with Cam Thomas and you're good. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult of a decision. And you saw as the game went on, as soon as Royce O'Neal checks in, he sprays like 3 threes in a row. And is locking up, Hachimura and stuff like that. You know what I mean? As soon as the first round of substitutions came in and you saw Finney Smith check in and Day'Ron Sharpe, who's hurt. I just want to throw it out there that he is already hurt. Y'all went out there and did not get a center again. And now this is but we'll address that on a different timeline in a different video. I don't have the energy right now. But when everybody else started to check in and sub in, we saw immediately where the defense was at. Lonnie Walker comes in, might not have been able to hit a shot, but was playing great defense. All these like new guys like Darius and all that and all these other individuals, even some of the dudes we drafted are locking folks up. And it's like, where was that defense to begin the game? Oh yeah, it's on the bench. For an organization whose entire brand identity seems to be defense, why would you not start that? Like, that makes no sense. The proper balance and some of y'all say things like, oh, that's just the modern NBA, blah, 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 blah. Well, you have individuals who are able to play D out there. You have minor exceptions here and there. Like, if you just have like one, KO scorer, then it's like, okay, cool. Let's use Golden State, for example, right? Steph don't really play defense like that, but I mean, he's Stephen Curry, right? So you surround him with a bunch of 3 and D folks and Looney and hope for the best, right? That's just what you do. And the idea and the concept that this man, Jacques Vaughn, said, I know, let's put Spencer Dinwiddie and Cam Thomas in the lineup together. What can go wrong is oh my God, it's blowing me. I just don't understand. Like, it's game 1 of the preseason and I'm already done. That's a fireable offense off rip. And just to let everyone know, because this is how every year goes, this is, God, how long have I been on YouTube? 9 years. Okay, this is my 9th preseason coverage, okay? I have said this for 9 consecutive years on the internet. That's not even including the Facebook days, but that's not the internet. We ain't gonna go back that far. Some of y'all weren't even born, I'm sure. But listen, okay? Listen. What happens in the preseason is an indicator of what's going to happen in the regular season. If you see Jacques Vaughn out there, and we'll get to all the things he didn't do in a second, but when you see Jacques Vaughn out there tinkering with the lineup to extreme extents like this, expect shenanigans is afoot. But if Cam Johnson was fine, you would have saw him out there. Okay, let's say Cam Johnson was healthy, right? That's Cam Johnson at what, like the 4 or something like that? Are y'all still okay with the idea of Spencer Dinwiddie as our shooting guard? Y'all are fine with that. Y'all are fine with Ben Simmons, Spencer Dinwiddie. I guess Mikal moves to 3 now. God, Cam Johnson at 4 and Claxton. Like, are y'all okay with that? Because I'm not. I'm really not. It's Spencer that's the problem here. But that's not neither there. The game began, and we'll get to Cam in a second. I am so sorry to waste a positive Cam Thomas video on Jacques Vaughn and his gang of merry men, but it's just, I don't think I've ever been, like, I wanted to quit immediately. I was looking at the calendar, like, when does the WNBA season start up again? Like, I know we got the finals right now, and I'm trying to, like, get everything out of that I can, but it's like after that, it's like, God, do we really have to wait until April? Because I don't know if I could do another season of this. Y'all, it starts... Ben Simmons gets a basket. It's really cute. It's really fun. Everybody has a round of applause. No flock of flame. Congratulations. But then after that, you see the most stagnant offense I have ever seen in my life. And again, it's Ben Simmons. It's a bunch of shooters and Claxton. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, Jacques Vaughn still don't run plays. Nothing has changed. Nothing, like, it's the same thing. It's the same deal. It's just now Ben Simmons is healthy. That is the only thing that has changed in the equation. This is the same Jacques Vaughn. Nothing has changed. If you thought we were going to come into this and say, oh, well, now he's got a full training camp. Now he's got his own staff. It's going to be a different story. No, he's got a collection of yes men and cheeseburgers. We're going to pat him on the back and pepper his beard and say, oh, Jacques, you're killing it. He'll say, well, yes, I am. Nothing has changed. Did you see how stagnant the offense was? If it wasn't for Cam Thomas going nuclear and Ben Simmons having a pulse, we would have got blown out. Now, obviously, the score of a preseason game does not matter. I am talking about how competitive it was during meaningful basketball time. If it wasn't for Cam and Ben having a pulse all of a sudden, we are getting obliterated. And even during the times where they're going off, we were consistently down 20. You gotta have a game plan. And when you have nasty switch combos where you've got a lineup of LeBron and Anthony Davis, and all we have out there to counter that is, I guess, Ben Simmons and Claxton. What did y'all think was going to happen? D'Lo is, just flooding us with threes. Who's supposed to be checking D'Lo? Well, it can't be Ben Simmons because he's got to guard LeBron, because Mikal's not going to be able to guard LeBron. I don't care what y'all think he can do. That's not a fair matchup. Claxton's watching Anthony Davis, giving his life out there. Who is left to guard D'Angelo Russell? I'll raise you this. Who's left to guard Austin Reeves? I'll give you one better. Who's guarding Taurean Prince? It's just nonsensical. It's nonsensical, the ideology of Jacques Vaughn. We can't be tanking in the preseason, right? Like that's not what we're doing. And again, y'all are gonna sit here. And again, I've been through this 9 years on YouTube, so I get what the comments are. It's preseason, Sever. It's preseason, Sever. It's preseason, Sever. You'll be saying that? around Thanksgiving when you'll be telling me, it's only Thanksgiving, Sever. It's only Thanksgiving, Sever. You'll be saying that around Valentine's Day where we'll be saying, oh, it's only halfway through the season, Sever. It's only the trade deadline, Sever. It's only the play-in, Sever. It's only the play-in, Sever. This is how it works. And Jacques Vaughn is telling us what we are in store for. With these nonsensical lineups already. But let's have a couple positives. Let's have a couple we're so deep in the video, I apologize for all this negative, but let's have a couple positives. Cam Thomas is unstoppable, and I want to know what more does he have to do. He was gifted this starting lineup. Hopefully it was not experimental, and this is a permanent plan going forward. Anytime that Cam Johnson is hurt, we just insert Cam Thomas into the starting lineup. That is what I am hoping we're doing. But at this point, I just hope it's a permanent shuffle. And the team is permanently Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, Royce O'Neal, Claxton. That's what I hope. Have Cam Johnson come off the bench. Him and Spencer and Dennis Smith can go to town. But I want to know, what more does Cam Thomas have to do to warrant a starting lineup on this team? A permanent starting lineup on this team. What does Cam Johnson do at all that is better than what Cam Thomas gives us? He don't even have better hair than Thomas. Did you see the fresh retwist? He don't do a thing better than Cam Thomas. And I'm going to tell you something right now. It's time to hit a little preseason I told you so dance. And for some of y'all that are new, go back and look at the channel, because I've been saying this since before we traded Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Get rid of those bums. We weren't going to do anything anyway. They were going to leave this summer anyway. And build the team around Cam Thomas and Claxton. And let's see, who were the best players last night on the Nets? Cam Thomas and Claxton. Claxton was unguardable in the post. Oh, but y'all weren't paying attention. You were too busy wiping Ben Simmons' booty pipe, saying, oh, he didn't get hurt tonight. Good job, buddy. I need y'all to look. I need you to use your papers and look at the game. The two best players on the team are Cam Thomas and Claxton. What did y'all's knight in shining armor, Mikal Bridges, do last night? Nathan! You know, Cam Thomas had no trouble scoring out of ISO when no plays being run. Why is Brooklyn Bridges having so much trouble? Is it because he didn't have his Wonder Twin powers activated with Mr. Johnson? I smell a bum! Personally. I don't know what more needs to happen. Because from what I saw last night, I saw a role player who's being treated like a star player revert back to role player mentality and go be a support character for Cam Thomas and Claxton. That's what I saw last night. There was a point where Cam Thomas was going back and forth with, who's that dude? Austin Reeves. I mean, back and forth 3 assault. They were unconscious. But do you want to know who gave up on the 3-pointers and had to run in and get some nonsense superstar foul when he was just blocked? Austin Reeves. Cam Thomas could have kept hitting pull-up pull-up threes over and over. And the team understood the assignment and was setting a plentiful of screens for that man. And I'm talking all net. No pun intended. This man, Cam, had to have hit 4 3-pointers in a row. cooking Austin Reeves, cooking the Lakers. Single-handedly, like, let's do some quick math. What's 4 times 3? That's like 12. 12 points just rattled off right there. I believe he had 15 in the quarter as it was. That man scored 12 points in about 30 seconds. And what does Jacques Vaughn do? Put him on the bench. You just can't make it up. You can't make this stuff up. Now, I'll shoot Jacques Vaughn some bail and say, you know what? You don't want him to get hurt. He's clearly that dude. I get it. I've seen enough. Have a seat. But something tells me that if we were to ask, and I'm sure someone did, I just haven't seen the reports because I've been asleep. But if you were to ask Jacques Vaughn why he was pulled, it would be because of a lack of ball movement. This man had 12 points in 30 seconds. But a lack of ball movement is why we set him on the bench. How interesting. How interesting. And this whole thing of like, now that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are gone, you know, we want to run a free-flowing offense. Number one, I call cap. Number two, that's making excuses for Jacques. And number three, that's speculation. Mr. Frank Isola, that is speculation. Borderline slander. When did Jacques say that? When did those words ever leave Jacques Vaughn's mouth? Y'all be saying stuff, and because y'all have a major platform, people take what you say and like run with it as like the gospel truth. They be coming at me like, "Ooh, Stiver, he doesn't play because we." You know, I saw a tweet that I found very fascinating. Y'all tried to gaslight us into thinking Cam Thomas wasn't good at basketball. He's just a chucker. He's just going to go out there and attempt a million shots and not play defense. What about the assist he had? What about the way he was moving the ball? Even though there's no game plan whatsoever, it's just go out there and play. Again, after a summer of watching Tanisha Wright, I got to be honest, coming back to the Nets and watching the same thing is making me a little loony. I'll be honest with you. My mental fabric is being stretched and it is damaged. And I don't want a full year of brain-dead coaching with no offensive game plan. But I don't have a choice. Our only hope is certified buckets like Cam Thomas. And I swear to God, if this is another Karis LeVert thing, where we just use him in a trade for some dork, and y'all know I love Harden, but for some dork, y'all thought I wasn't letting this go. Claxton also played amazing. I want to make sure I throw that out there. But I just want to make it clear that I have yet to be wrong. I just want to make it clear that when I indoctrinated y'all into the church of blow it up last year, this is what I wanted. It's not my fault Jacques Vaughn doesn't know how to coach. But in terms of potential, this is what I've been waiting for. Just like when SpongeBob finally stopped trying to be an actor and just made a couple Krabby Patties and the customers were like, this is what we've been waiting for. This is it. Strap on it. This is what I've been waiting for. Unleash Cam Thomas and Claxton. Tell Mikal to stand in the corner and wait for the catch and shoot threes. This is what I've been waiting for. If I need to be the one to throw the banana peels in the trainer's area of the Barclays to keep Cam Johnson on the bench, then so be it. Because if y'all want to sit there and tell me what y'all watched last night did not put a smile on your face, like, my God, we got these two, don't know what will. And I'll tell you something, if nasty politics get in the way of a Cam Thomas breakout season with him and the defensive player of the year, Claxton, I'm going to be livid with this organization. Don't you fumble it again. Don't you fumble it again. And I'm not even talking about championship. I'm just talking about being competitive for the sake of being competitive. Let's have fun. Don't you want to have fun? Because y'all's guy couldn't even hit the celly. He played so bad. My dudes went out there and handled their business. Claxton was making Anthony Davis look 6'2". Cam was taking everybody off the dribble and serving up the assist. I won't take credit for the Ben Simmons conversation, even though I started it. I started the optimism Ben Simmons train. Go back to the first week of June. Wasn't nobody on this positive Ben Simmons train. Go read the comments that y'all left. I started this positive Ben Simmons train. Just because everyone else was late to the party don't mean I ain't started. Imagine you throwing a party and then 5 people come in with paper towels and some plastic cups, and it's like, oh, what a great party you throw. This is my party. I should be taking credit for all 3, but I'm going to give y'all Ben. Like, I ain't sit here and say in June, oh my God, I just remembered we have Ben Simmons on the team. Imagine this defensive lineup. We gonna act like that wasn't me in literal June. But that's fine. It's fine. You can have it. I don't even care. You can have it. I just want it to be known in terms of long-term storytelling, in terms of the booking, in terms of a greater, larger narrative. I just want everyone to keep the same energy who said, Sever, you did the church to blow it up. Is this what you wanted? Yes, this is what I wanted. I was right again. You're welcome. I'll see you next game. I don't know how it is we're going to cover an Israel team and not get canceled, but I'm going to try my best. Good evening, good morning, and again, made me sick. Cam Thomas for president.